As a mother of 2 black boys and 2 black girls, I realize that I have to advocate on their behalf.
Hello, welcome everybody to Mobbin' in Your City, where we bring you conversations from the front lines of moms who are out there advocating for our kids. And I don't know what episode this is, but thank you guys for tuning in with us every Monday night at 6 p.m. on Facebook Watch. I am your host, Nikki Michaud, and today we are heading down to South Florida with our very new MOBBUnited chapter. Hello, ladies. Come on, introduce yourselves.
Hi, my name is Liana Prendergast, and I joined MOBBUnited a few months ago, actually in July, because, you know, you'll hear from my sisters over here that we were really, you know, angered and frustrated by everything that was going on with all the just racial injustice out there amongst, against our young men and older men. And I have a son, like many of these moms out there, and we just needed something, we needed to take action. And it was important for us to get involved in an organization similar to this one. And we found MOBB, thanks to Kareen. And that's why I joined.
Okay, Kareen, tell us a little bit about, you know, how you came to be involved with MOBBUnited as well.
Yeah, so I guess after the George Floyd killing, as the rest of the country was mourning and protesting, we were out there protesting and trying to process anger and our grief and the care that we had for our sons. And I just kind of felt like I want to transform this into something more action related. Like I'm so agitated, I need to do something.
Go ahead, Ria, go ahead, tell us.
Hi, everyone. I'm Ria Sankasani, and similar to what Liana and Kareen were saying, you know, after George Floyd's killing, we really wanted to channel that anger, that frustration, that pit in your stomach into something that we can do to make a change so that, you know, it's not going to happen to one of our sons. And I said this before, but it kind of hit me harder this time around because I'm the newest mom of the gang. My son is only 10 months old. And so before it was hearing names and seeing the hashtags, but now it was my son.
Now that you put this pain into action, how does it make you feel?
I mean, it's been cathartic for me. Like I said, the process of visually like accepting all of the 24-hour news cycle of seeing the videos over and over again leaves you kind of feeling helpless.
Yeah.
And like my family has been dealing with like civil rights struggles like forever. So it just kind of felt to the point, like, when is this ever going to get better? And before I found MOBBUnited, before we decided to actually ratify and do this together, I felt like there was no avenue moving forward. Like, nothing's going to change. I contemplated, you know, talking to my husband about moving out of the country. Like, I just felt distraught, you know, like, this is never going to change. It's going to be a vicious cycle that my kids are going to have to witness and hopefully not fall victim to. So this has been not only cathartic, I think it's been healing. I think it's been good for us as friends. It's definitely been good for our boys because our boys get to see us acting on their behalf.
Even before we started the recording, Kareen's son came up to us and I was like, "Your shirt, moms of black boys." And we're like, "Yes, we're doing this for you." And so it's been great to kind of engage, you know, their sons. My son's too young to understand. But to engage their sons and really see that we're making a change going forward. You know, we're trying to do something so that I can tell my son, I didn't just sit back and let this happen.
Absolutely. I was just going to say, I have a 12-year-old, and he, you know, every day since we got our shirts, our gear, he's always asking about MOBB. And, oh, Mom, you're doing something with MOBB today? And he looks forward to hearing about this organization, and he rocks his gear every day also. And I tell Landon, you have other shirts, and this is all he wants to wear. You know, and I think it makes him feel good knowing that we are out there advocating for not only him, but all the sons out there.
Yeah, I mean, I love that. I love what you guys are saying, and I feel the same way. I love that my daughter and my son can watch me doing this work. And I think it's so important for all of us to know we got to plug in to our country. We got to plug into being a citizen. We have to fight for this land because too many of us have already died over hundreds of years. You know, and the thing I wish we could like just go somewhere and move and like this racism doesn't exist. But unfortunately, it exists everywhere. It's all over the place. So I think it's so important what we're doing. And I love y'all's energy. This is so much fun. I got to come down to a South Florida virtual.
Yeah.
Leanna, so you have a 12-year-old, and I'm just curious, what's been your experience like with your 12-year-old son in school? Have you experienced any kind of, microaggressions or things that seem off to you?
Oh, yes, I have, unfortunately. Was I surprised? No. So there was a situation last year. I have a son who is very bright. He, he's just a scholar. He's excelled in math in particular. I'll give you this situation. Last year, I wanted him tested when he got into 6th grade so that he could, go move into an advanced class. And, they were giving me every kind of pushback.
Yeah.
Just bringing up scenarios that really didn't matter. I eventually got him tested, and even at that point, they would say, okay, well, he did amazingly well. They gave him the final exam to the class that he was placed in, and he got a 95% on it. And when I asked if he could then move into the higher level class, yes. Do you have him on some sort of Ivy League path? He has a sibling, he has an older sister. Do you think it will be emotionally traumatizing to his sister that her younger brother is in a higher class, math class than she is? And I couldn't understand why. And I was so frustrated that my only, I just said, did my son pass with a high enough score to be placed into this higher level math class? The answer was yes. And I said, so please do that for me, and I will deal with his sister and anything that is happening at home.
Thank you so much for sharing that story, because we get it. And I want people to know you're not alone. You're not crazy. It's happening. Rhea, you got a new baby.
Ma'am.
Congratulations.
I do. Thank you.
So tell me a little bit about, how do you feel looking at your 10-month-old son?
He's amazing. I look at him and it brings a joy, because as I said, he's my miracle baby. We work so hard for him, and at the end of the day, when I see people's sons just being taken away from them senselessly, it pains me, and it hit me so much differently now, because I do have this wonderful bundle of joy who God gave to us. So, you look at him with that love and adoration, and then the thought that somebody who is supposed to potentially serve and protect us could do wrong, kind of rob the part of that happiness. So that's why we're here, because I don't like having that feeling, and I want to make sure that he won't have that feeling when he has his children in the future. That's our goal. We want to stop it at this generation as much as we possibly can.
Absolutely. I mean, I think I know that's what drives me, is that if we can just, so that our kids don't have to have this same fear that we have, that we're protecting them from, it would be a huge victory. But I think even if we just keep moving that ball forward, that gives us hope. But something you said, like your miracle baby. I mean, I think that all of us, I know my kids were like my miracle kids, like you just didn't expect to get pregnant. And I think about that Elijah McClain case in Colorado. The young boy I think he was a violin player. And, that is one of those images where you have this sweet, young, unassuming boy. That video was really traumatizing for me. But I think, and even Trayvon Martin, coming home with his bag of Skittles. I mean, these are our kids. And we see them, they're our babies. And to see them be dehumanized, not only in, what these people are doing to them, but how the media can even report it. I think they had a New York Post article, I don't know which magazine it was, where they had a picture of Kyle Rittenhouse, who had just murdered 2 people at the protest, and they had a picture of him, like, I don't know, cleaning graffiti, and he was so great. And then the picture of Trayvon Martin was he had weed on him. He was the victim. He hadn't actually cold-bloodedly killed 2 people. So it's this type of perception that, we're all working to change. And I'm just, congratulations on your baby. And I love your brilliant 12-year-old son with the 8th and the 9th graders. Girl, come on. Yes, and yay for you fighting for him. Yay for you. Yay, because that's what we do. We fight for our boys and our girls.
Because Absolutely. If we can do it for him, then the ones after him will reap benefits.
That's exactly the point. All the work that we do resonates because it's really not, it's so much bigger than our personal kids. It is about everybody. Like even your small action, your individual action, open it up for another kid who wasn't even a child of color. And that's sort of the point. Work that we do is to better the entire community. And that's why it's so important. So you're a new chapter. What was that experience like getting the chapter started? Anybody?
So it's been really exciting. You know, we have an extensive network of friends and family in the area who, once we saw MOBBUnited and we said, okay, we're going to do this, we automatically came up with a list, I think, of over 80 odd people that we knew, and those people knew people. And so when we actually sent out an initial just feeler email, hey guys, there's this organization that we're trying to start here. You know, what do you think? It was, who else can I send this to? Let me send this to 5 of the moms. And you know, here are their emails. Let's build our database. So it's been really great trying to kind of get the word out there in our community, because this has kind of been lacking. And so we're definitely excited about that.
That's awesome.
South Florida is not like a super advocacy inclined area, despite the diversity, despite the issues that we face that are no different from many other, you know, metropolitan areas, but we're not a hugely, you know, advocacy inclined. In fact, after the George Floyd killing, I was actually really surprised that there were even protests here, because that's just typically not our response. When Michael Brown was killed and the cities throughout the country broke out, Miami was partying on South Beach. So
yeah,
this has been actually refreshing. In addition to like our friends, I've actually gotten approached by non-mothers of Black boys, non-Black women who just are similarly enraged and share our grief, that want to join in our advocacy. So
to that end, ladies, I understand you guys have some stuff coming up that people can join in. How can members be involved?
So our advocacy event for October is kind of going to be a primer on voter education for young middle schooler, high schooler, even those who are eligible to vote, kind of to inform them about the voting process, why it's important. Simple things like how to find your polling station, how to register, obviously, what a ballot looks like, because our goal right now is to increase engagement by young Black men in particular, young Black boys, in the process, to feel like this process is something that's important for their representation, and because we are also a swing state. So, and they'll probably mid to end of October, and of course we'll always create an event through the MOBBUnited website. So.
Oh, awesome, awesome. So if anybody out there would like to join this chapter, just go to MOBBUnited.org, click join, and once you register, you will be automatically added to the Florida chapter, assuming you live in Florida. You can also email them directly. Ladies, what's your email? Kareem.
SouthFlorida@MOBBUnited.org.
You're like a band. You're like a band. You can't imagine. Sure.
We're like the Temptations.
I love it. Let's take the show on the road. Okay. So, ladies, I am really so excited. One, that you guys have started this chapter, and two, that one of your first events is this voter registration, voter education. So that's some good news. So tell us a little bit about, give us some dates. What do we need to do?
So October 5th is when you in Florida need to be registered to vote in the upcoming November election. So keep that date in mind, fill out your registration, all your voter information way before then.
Absolutely. And October 19th is when early voting starts.
Okay, guys, so you can register the register deadline is by October 5th, and you can start voting October 19th. So vote early and make a plan, Florida. October 19th, you can start. If you want to find out more information about where your polling places are, go to vote411.org. You can type in your address. You can find out where your polling places are. You can also register right there on the website. So what are the dates, ladies? One more time for people in the back.
October 5th, deadline to register.
Yes.
October 19th, early voting. Get out there and vote, guys. We need this.
I love it. I love it.
Florida in the right direction, please.
Yes, exactly, because we have the power to make change. Your vote is your voice. Scream, people, scream.
Your vote counts.
Yeah.
It counts. Please get out there and vote.
Ladies, thank you so much for coming down. Just for our audience, we know you guys are going to have the voter registration, voter education event. So everybody, please follow MOBBUnited on our Facebook pages. They will post the event there. That way you can be a part of it. I'm sure it'll be virtual, right, ladies? Yes? Or are we getting together? Okay, cool.
No, virtual.
I love a virtual event. So everybody get on our Facebook page so that you can track our events and attend. And then maybe if you get excited like these ladies, you can start your own chapter in your own city. So that's it for Mobbing in Your City. These are moms on the front lines making change. Ladies, thank you. Thank you, everybody. Good night and God bless.
Thank you. Good night.